Nigeria's female yellow greens return to winning ways at the ongoing Kibuka T20 Women's Tournament in Kigali, Rwanda, securing a 5-wicket victory over Malawi. After facing a challenging run in the competition, the Nigerian side produced an improved performance to overcome Malawi and boost their campaign in the prestigious tournament. The female Yellow Greens displayed resilience and composure throughout the encounter, successfully chasing down their target to claim an important win and restore confidence within the squad. The victory provides a timely morale boost for the team as they continue their quest for success at the annual event, which honors the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. Nigeria will now shift their focus to their next feature, which they are scheduled to take on Brazil later on today as they aim to build their renewed momentum in Kigali. And a little bit of athletics this morning also. Nigeria Anita Enaruna delivered an impressive performance at the Spanish Club Championship in Pamplona, Spain, clocking a personal best of 52.69 seconds to finish third in the women's 400-meter event. The Nigerian quarter-miler podium finish and valuable points for our club side, FASA players de Castellan, as they continue their campaign in the competition. Enaruna has been representing the Spanish Athletics Club since May and has shown steady progress in recent outing. Our latest development highlights her growing form on the European circuit with the new personal best underlining her development in one lap event. And before we go now, talking about Enaruna, a sprinter running 400-meter, winning, coming in third in over the weekend. What can you say about?
I want to believe that by now the Nigerian Athletic Federation should have extended an hand of invitation to her. Instead of representing a foreign company, Spain, why can't she represent Nigeria?
Well, she's working. It's a club. It's like she's playing for the club there. It's not as if she's running for Spain. But it's like, you know, a footballer can play anywhere, yes, but still represent the country. I believe like you said, the football federation, the Athletic Federation in Nigeria will be looking at her. You know, the Commonwealth is coming up very soon, and probably she will represent Nigeria.
They should be able to express an hand of invitation to her.
Yeah, I believe they will. And let's talk a little tennis this morning. Emma Raducanu missed the chance to win a first title since her 2021 US Open triumph, as she was beaten in the Queen's final by Croatia Dona Vekic. Raducanu paid the price for a slow start as she lost 6-love, 7-6 to Vekic, who was a Wimbledon semi-finalist 2 years ago. The Briton valiantly fought off 3 championship points at 6-5 in the second set and saved a fourth on Vekic's serve in the tiebreak, but could not deny her opponent on the fifth as she sprayed a forehand wide. Vekic was a lucky loser, meaning she was beaten in the qualifying and put into the draw when French Open semi-finalist Marta Kostyuk pulled out injured and has taken full advantage of her fortune to lift the trophy. And Serena Williams will partner Czech Karolina Muskova as next week's Berlin Open as she continues her comeback. The 44-year-old 23-time Grand Slam singles champions made a return to the tennis earlier this week at Queens after almost 4 years away from the sport, partnering Victoria Mboko in the women's doubles. The pair made a winning start as they upset of seed Erin Rothkleff and Nicole Melika Martinez in straight sets, but had to withdraw from the quarterfinal after Mboko suffered a nasty fall in a singles tie. Muchova is a 2-time Wimbledon quarterfinalist in the women's singles and sits 10th in the WTA ranking. Mboko retired from a match against Karolina Pliskova has been ruled out of the remainder of the grass court season, including Wimbledon, with a medial collateral ligament injury in her left knee. And this one is on a good note because something over the weekend happened, like it happened to us now after 22 years winning the EPL. Also, the New York Knicks won the NBA championship after 53 years without the trophy. And former D Tigers head coach Mike Brown has guided the New York Knicks to their first NBA championship in 53 years after defeating the San Antonio Spurs in the 2026 NBA Finals. Brown, who previously experienced heartbreak in the NBA Finals in 2007 when his Cleveland Cavaliers side lost to the Spurs, finally got his revenge 19 years later by overcoming the same franchise to deliver a historic title to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks ended the 53-year wait for their third NBA championship with a 94-90 win over the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks clinched the best-of-7 series 4-1 recovering from a double-figure deficit in all 4 victories to lift the trophy for the first time since 1973. The Knicks, who were turned a 29-point deficit in Game 4 to record the biggest comeback win in finals history, trailed by 16 points in the second quarter and 10 points early in the fourth quarter at the First Bank Center. Jalen Brunson, who was unanimously named most valuable player in the finals, orchestrated their recovery with 45 points, including 15 in the final quarter. And in the post-match conference, she said, and this is what he have to say. Let's listen to it.
Words can't describe it, but I'll say I put a lot of time and effort into trying to be the best player I can be to try and help a team win. Just really thankful I have the organization, the coaching staff, my teammates to have my back every single day. I think that means the most to me.
Yes, that was Jalen Brunson saying that is what meant the most to him, having the back of this team and the coaching crew. And Brunson was a final franchise record beating Willie Reed's 38 in 1917 and is only the 4th player in history to score at least 45 points in the title winning game. And to the local scene, Edo Queens Football Club have emerged champions of the 2026 Nigeria Women's Football League after finishing top of the Super 6 tournament on Sunday in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. In their final match against Bayelsa Queens, Edo Queens secured a goalless draw enough to seal the title with 10 points from 5 games. The Benin-based side won 3 matches, drew 1 and lost 1. Coincidentally, Edo Queens won their first title in 2024 when they also sealed title with a 1-1 draw against Bayelsa Queens. This year, Bayelsa Queens also finished on 10 points but ended second on goal difference. Nasarawa Amazons, who defeated Edo Queens in the opening game, finished 3rd with 8 points after playing out a goalless draw against Rivers Angel, who ended the tournament in 4th place. 3rd game of the final day between FC Robo and Abia Angels ended 1-1, with the Angels finishing 5th while FC Robo placed 6th. Speaking to reporters at the post-match conference, Edo Queens coach Moses Adoku commended his player for their resilience throughout the tournament. He noted that despite starting their campaign with a defeat to Nasarawa Amazons, they recovered strongly to win the Super 6.
I want to thank God, but at the same time, I want to give kudos to my guys for playing to instruction and also for believing in ourselves that we can come back after the first defeat. But if you look at me now, I am not celebrating much because one more step to go. So I think after Sunday's game, my interview will be more than this by space.
The triumph marks a second NWFL Premiership title for head coach Moses Adoku, who once again guided the Ada Bendel to domestic success with a disciplined and consistent performance throughout the season. By virtue of winning the league title, Edo Queens will represent Nigeria at this year's WAFUB Women's Champions League qualifiers, where they will battle for a place in the CAF Women's Champions League. And let's talk about the World Cup a little bit. This story is one of the off-field happenings surrounding the World Cup. The government of Ghana has announced plans to initiate legal proceedings against Canada following reports that midfielder Thomas Partey was denied entry into the country ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. In a statement issued by Ghanaian authorities, the decision was described as unfair and disappointing, with officials confirming their intention to challenge the ruling before Canada's federal court in a bid to secure its reversal. According to the government, Ghanaian authority decision is believed to be linked to ongoing legal proceedings involving Partey in the United Kingdom. However, Ghana stressed that the matter remains before the court and has not resulted in any conviction, judgment, or formal findings of guilt against the player. Tokunbo, you have something to say on this?
Yes, because I don't believe because he has legal proceedings in the court, it should not be used as a yardstick to deny him entry into Canada. Until he's established as a criminal, until he's proven guilty.
Yes, I think he should be given the benefit of that.
Yes.
The case is still in court. He has not found guilty.
So
it is a case of proving presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
Well, I think the Ghanaian authorities are on course, and I hope they are able to get a reversal. Now let's go to some of the things that happened in the World Cup over the weekend. Alexander Isak marked his first World Cup appearance with a trademark goal as Sweden trashed Tunisia in their opening match and the opening match of the tournament in Monterrey. The Liverpool forward, who has been hampered by injuries since completing a £125 million moved to Anfield in September from the bottom corner with a thumping finish after a powerful run from the left on the half-hour mark. Now, this is Sweden beating an African representative, Sweden, 5-1. Alexander Isak scored. Victor Gyökeres of Arsenal 2 was on point. And Manchester United winger Amad Diallo scored a superb 90-minute winner as Ivory Coast beat Ecuador in Philadelphia. That is one African country winning their match in the ongoing World Cup. And then Daichi Kamada slated has secured a deserved point for Japan against the Netherlands in their opening World Cup games in Dallas. This is the first game that ended in a 2-2 draw. We have 1-1 draw before, but this is the first time both teams will be scoring 2. And Germany, they defeated Curacao 7-1 in their match, which was played yesterday. Though the Mannschaft had a scare when they scored 1, the Curacao equalized, and they were like, is this going to end in a draw? But the German champion, the 4-time winners, decided to come out gun-firing, and they defeated them 7-1. And later on today, we are going to have Spain versus Cape Verde. That match is coming on 5 p.m. Belgium versus Egypt, 8 p.m. And Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, 11 p.m. And early tomorrow morning is going to be Iran versus New Zealand. 2 a.m. is the time. And that's all on today's edition of Premier Sports on Premier FM. I'll be your host, Olumide Ogunbi, and I did this with Tokunbo Sonyaolu, and I wish you a pleasant Monday.